Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today, we will touch up on the difference between O-1A and O-1B visas for extraordinary people. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free analysis of your case within 48 hours after you fill out the application. Alright guys, before we proceed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because only 60% of you subscribed who watch my videos. If you already watched my video, you know that my content is the best on YouTube. You won't find similar insights on any other YouTube channel in the world. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram because you guys missing out on a lot of information I post there every day in English. So if you're an English speaker and you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to come here to the States, you're missing out right now. So do subscribe to my YouTube and do follow me on my Instagram not to miss out on very actual, dynamic and the best information about talent visas, business visas and investment visas to the States. Misunderstanding I see a lot in the industry, and to be honest, even some attorneys still don't really understand what's going on here. Maybe some of you are attorneys in the States, and of course, Stanislav Shamayev is the best resource to learn from. I don't blame anyone who doesn't really understand the difference between O-1B and O-1A, because if you're not in the industry, there's no much information to learn from. So in short, O-1A is the visa for business people, scientists, people from education, and talented athletes, right? So these are four categories that fall within O-1A visa. O-1B visa is for art, television, and movie industry, right? So these are two different categories of a talent that are separated in two visas, O-1A and O-1B. And it's important to note that EB-1A, the talented visa, extraordinary person visa that gives you a green card, is actually the combination of O-1A and O-1B. And this is very interesting because not everybody realizes that. And that means that if you're from the industry of art, movie or TV, you will have additional criteria in EB-1A because some of those criteria they are only for art people or people for TV or movie industry. Another important thing to understand is that although the criteria are a little bit different in O-1A and O-1B, still I sometimes use the criteria from O-1A for the purpose of O-1B as alternative criteria, right? For example, there is no judging work of others, but this doesn't really make sense to me because if you are an artist, let's say, if you are from art industry, if you're in the beauty industry, if you're a model, if you're an artist, if you're a singer, if you're a DJ, or you're from movie or TV, there's a lot of competitions or events where you still judge the work of others. You can judge the paintings of others, you can judge how other models perform, you can judge how other people sing. For me, it's like kind of weird that judging of others is not a part of O-1B, but it's a part of O-1A. Again, if you judge the work of others and you're a DJ, by the way, we just got an O-1B visa for one of the DJs last week. Now he's getting his interview in the embassy and coming here to work for his own company, by the way. We still use the criteria from O-1A in O-1B. This is not a problem. However, I want to draw your attention to certain criteria in O-1B visa and to show how they are different from anything else in extraordinary people visas. And they are O-1B, O-1A, EB-1A, and even EB-2 national interest waiver, right? So there are at least four talent people visas that are possible to get. Some of them lead to green cards, some of them are non-immigrant visas. For example, the recommendations is the actual criterion and this type of visa. Neither O-1A or EB-1A have that criterion. However, we still provide a lot of recommendations for our clients in all type of visas. Why? Because in O-1B it's a separate criterion, meaning that immigration officer who is looking over those visas, and they look over all type of talent visas, right? They know that a good recommendation is almost like a criterion. We definitely use that tool a lot. Also, there are two criteria in O-1B visa that has a component that is not reflected in, for example, EB-1A or O-1A. And these two criteria are the critical or leading role in an organization with a high reputation and your awards and prizes. Both of these criteria has component of the past and the component of the future. You have to have a critical steering or important role in some production, in some company, in some TV show, or in something in the art. You might have some awards and prizes and the big competitions, but also you have to claim in your petition that you will be doing that in the future. Right, so you'll be steering critical role in a show, in a movie, or you'll be participating in competitions and things like that. It's almost weird to say that, but we have to do this in order to prove your O-1B visa. Just remember that two criteria in O-1B visa has the components of the past and the future. Kind of prove both of them, although the future is kind of a little bit weird to prove. And also there is another criterion in O-1B that also has a weird combination of the future and the past. Is actually going like this: the commercial success either in the past or in the future. You'll be like, oh my god, Stanislav, you said O-1B is not that hard. Probably it's hard when you hear it for the first time, but when you do it and do it over and over and again, and we've done like dozens and dozens of those visas, and by the way, O-1 visa we have 100% approval rate. Of course, the past performance is not the indicative of the future, but again, you have a really good chance of approval for your O-1 visa. For EB-1A, we get 90% approval rate. So for you to know, in the industry, O-1 visa is probably around 80 to 90 approval rates, but EB-1A is probably closer to 50 to 60. So you get much more when you work with my company. Of course, I have 50 plus employees that all working for the success of your cases. So with the money, we either made that good money in the past, or we will be paid a pretty penny in the future. How we can prove the future? Well, show me the job offer, show me the contract, show me the interest of future buyers of your art, of your performance, or if you're stand-up comedy, whatever it is, right? It's possible to prove in many different ways. Also, don't forget that both O-1A and O-1B visa get the consultation letter. Could be from the labor organization or from the expert in your industry, or sometimes there's none. There is no experts and there is no labor organizations. So some petitions we send without a consultation letter, and that's the reality of our time, and especially with the new professions. Let's touch up on one more thing before I show you how to get a free evaluation for your case, that some professions are really unclear where they fall within these two visas. For example, influencers, the YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, or whoever they are, if you're one of them, you could fall either in O-1A or in O-1B visa. This is of course case-by-case analysis, but be prepared that in 70 or maybe even 80% of cases, I will be qualifying you specifically for O-1B visa. I have some arguments with other attorneys concerning, for example, professions like marketing person. I would say that the marketing goes to O-1A. I have no doubt on that, but there is an opinion in the industry that marketing can go to O-1B because it may be concerning some production, some movie making, maybe it's going on TV and things like that, and not particularly as the type of business that needs the marketing, but rather the way the marketing goes. This is more like advanced level of information. Maybe I'll do like a separate video on that, but just know that petitions with the new professions, hybrid professions, we may not know exactly where it falls. So sometimes we make arguments for both visas. This is the reality of our time. Make the argument in alternative if you don't really know which way to go, and the immigration is gonna tell us which one is more preferable. So guys, if you still confused about the criteria on O-1A and O-1B, I have separate videos where I go deeply within those criteria. Please watch those videos. You can easily find that on my YouTube channel through the search. If you have an employer here in the States, or you want to become your own employer and you heard something that resonated for you to go either for O-1A visa or for O-1B, please go down below this video and fill out the questionnaire that I prepared special for you. Do it in as many details as possible, so I give you the best analysis and the best evaluation for free that I can. After I analyze the case and you know what's going on, I will invite you to the immigration planning, where I will build the strategy of filing your petition. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok, all the links below this video. I am Stanislav Shamaev, the lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.